If you want a comprehensive series of in-depth astrology information in an audiobook format, check out the 4-part Elements series by Stephen Forrest. I had the privilege of narrating it to audiobook, and it's a must for any astrology library. His complete life's work in a 4-volume set. The Book of Fire, Earth, Air, and Water. Direct links to all 4 books are on hightimelinebooks.com or available on Audible and Apple Books. Well, Friday's not going to be any different than the rest of the week. We have more to talk about than a bucket big enough to hold. So we're going to have to go here. Hi, everybody. It's Thomas Miller on the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thanks for stopping by. We do have a busy day today. Now, today kicks off in the evening. 6:33 p.m. is when Mars goes retrograde. Jenny Geyer's excellent piece on that yesterday is worth a re-listen and a listen if you missed it. She covered the bases well. I have a few more things we'll add if we have time, and if not, we'll pick it up next week because we have quite a bit of time with Mars in retrograde. Let's move on today because I want to cover these other things, and that is right after Mars goes retrograde, the moon hits its last aspect before going void of course. And we've been following this. Just an awareness of some of the things that we might see around us could possibly be signified by these last aspects during a lunar transit. So I've wanted to mention them, and this one happens to be a square. So on Kristin's calendar at funastrology.com/moon, it's red. So surprises might not be so surprising if we're thinking about this and following it. Now, the moon goes dead, void of course, at 7 o'clock p.m. this afternoon Eastern. That's in Aquarius. Then tomorrow morning at 4:48 Eastern, it enters Pisces. And this is a good one. In fact, it's a great one because you can play with your intuition all the way through Sunday, because the next aspect is a conjunction on its way out of Pisces. It's a conjunction with Neptune. So there's the moon, your soul, your intuition, your subconscious mind, in 2 full days, Saturday and Sunday, of highly connected spiritual attunement, if you so choose. So choose wisely and have a great weekend. It's going to be good. Now, like I said, we're busy. We have more. Saturday morning at 1:15 in the morning, Venus enters Aquarius. When it does, of course, it kisses Pluto at the door because Pluto's got the door blocked right now at 0 degrees Aquarius. But with a loving Venus kiss on the cheek, Venus will say, "Don't mind if I just slide by here." Venus moves fast and doesn't leave tracks. You might be feeling a little more independence or individuality around your relationships. Related to money, remember, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Don't be tempted to spend too much during this time because Mars will also be retrograde. That's a big time, as Jenny mentioned yesterday, to hunker down. And this basically takes us through the rest of this year, is kind of the idea here. If you're in a great relationship, this could be a time to take it to a whole new exploratory level. And if your relationship is not so good, you might have some real honest discussions about the future. Because Aquarius is all about the future. And obviously you want to make the best decisions. Be a good time to talk it through. So again, that starts at 1:15 in the morning tomorrow. But wait, there's more. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m., the sun is directly across from Jupiter. Now, didn't we talk about that on Wednesday? Yes. Jupiter has been moving backwards, retrograde. It does so until early February. If you have felt held back, slowed down, delayed, can't catch a grip, well, here we are. And it parlays with the Mars retrograde, and it parlays with what happens the next thing on Saturday, 6:42 p.m. Eastern, Neptune turns direct. So how do we put this weekend together? This is a lot of energy. Not only are you and I experiencing every piece of it right now today, we will be through the weekend, and there's a lot to make the most of this weekend. First of all, stay in intuitive connection. That Moon-Neptune favorable aspect, you've got Saturday and Sunday all day. That's worth making a postie sticker and putting it on your bathroom mirror. Don't let that slip out of your consciousness. And that time frame, again, is just shy, literally 4 minutes shy of exactly 48 hours. From 4:48 a.m. Saturday morning to 3:44 a.m. Monday morning. That's the moon in Pisces conjoining Neptune on its way out. Ooh, Level Up Sunday night's going to be great because we'll be right there in the juice of that aspect. Don't you think we'll not be doing something on that? I'll do more on Mars next week, but basically a lot of self-care, and Jenny talked about this yesterday. It's bringing in our expectations. It's a lot of internalization. It is not as much about don't be trying to go out there and move a bunch of stuff forward, at least if you want the sky's influence on your side. But the other big piece until the third week of February is just be in the always-on conscious mode of self-care. If things get a little rocky around us, we go to self-care, making it a priority. All right, let's build a stack here. So we've got the influence of the moon. That's intuition. It could also be illusions, so make sure you're telling yourself the truth. But go back to the intuition as your guide. Really strong weekend for it. Then we go into the self-care and the slowing down and respecting the cycles of life. Our culture has gotten away from this. We go, go, go. And sometimes the universe is saying, whoa. And this is one of those little stretches. Neptune is very powerful right now. I'm going to mention the shadow side. It does rule addictions. So if that is around you or within you, be extra careful this weekend. That's heightened. And then we have the influences, the big macro influences of Mars opposite Pluto, and then the Sun and Mercury opposite Jupiter. There's a famous quote from the bard, William Shakespeare's Hamlet, "To thine own self be true." In fact, the whole context of that is, this above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. It's good to keep in mind. Okay, what's coming up? No Merriman tomorrow. They are having a webinar that they're getting ready for, but we will be doing Level Up on Sunday night, and I will be back here on Monday. So I'm going to go hit the meditation cushion. What do you say? Let's go. Have a great weekend. Sending you lots of love. Bye-bye.